Hey, what's up YouTube? It's John Miro back again with another video. The show that you come for the news, but stay for the fun. Oh yeah. I hope that everyone's having the best day ever. You know how we like to do it on this channel. If you're new to this channel and want to be a part of the family, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon. And we don't charge you nothing. Hey, we'll even claim you. Thank you guys for tuning in today on April 27th. We're going to be covering the most updated information on the minimum wage increase, your fourth stimulus check update, unemployment, and as a bonus, how to make some free money, so stay tuned. Today, President Joe Biden announced that he will begin signing an executive order to raise the minimum wage up to $15 an hour. Now, wait a minute, don't get crazy on me now. It's only for the federal contractors, but don't worry, your time will soon be coming. Now, Mr. President did fight to raise minimum wages across the board. So it's not like he just pushed it under the carpet somewhere. He actually wanted this for everyone, but only the federal contractors were able to get this $15 minimum wage increase. Now, you know the Senate, they have their rules, they have their guidelines, and they're going to make sure that they abide by the rules. Now, they're hoping that by January 2022, all federal contractors will be starting at a $15 minimum wage, which is a huge bump in pay. I mean, considering where they're at now at $10.65, this is going to make a whole lot of people a lot more money. Now, before we really dive head first into that, we've got to always look at the fine print to understand the reason why all of this is happening. I mean, you gotta know, right? This is why you tuned into the show, to get the most updated news from your guy, John Miro. So the Biden administration officials said that the higher wages would lead to a greater work productivity. This executive order will promote economy and efficiency in a federal contractor worker morale, providing value for taxpayers by enhancing the productivity and generating a higher quality worker, boosting the workers' health, morale, and are you believing this? Because I'm not believing this. Giving them more money, I'm sure, is going to make them happy for a little bit, but in the long run, a job is a job and the work's got to get done. I mean, I don't really think this is going to do what they're wanting to do. Hey, what? Biden has pushed to establish a $15 hourly minimum wage nationwide for all workers, making it a part of his relief package. This was the way that he came into the election, saying this is what I want to do for everyone. But the Senate said that the wage hike did not follow the budgetary rules. They said, you ain't gonna do that, Mr. President. Now, they allowed the $1.9 trillion to pass, you know, to get some things going, but this whole minimum wage across the board, they're gonna have to really fight to make this happen. I guess we really won't know how much this affects us until all this really happens, because you will have a group of people who will stand up and demand, jump on the bandwagon and say, I want $15 an hour. Fooey with this little baby money stuff. Now a word from our sponsor. I'm just joking. Here's the latest on your fourth stimulus check news. What entities are pressuring Biden to make a new payment? President Biden is facing pressure from several different groups, both within and outside of his own party, to include a fourth stimulus check in one of the economic bills that his team is currently working on. Now, the IRS has done their part. They sent out 161 million stimulus checks, so they say, since the American plan was signed and went through last month. But attention, and everyone's focus has already turned to the future, and they are already pushing for a fourth stimulus check, perhaps with reoccurring payments. Now, there's nothing like getting hit from both sides to push you to do something. I mean, in all honesty, they understand that with a majority of voting, if they can get everybody on board together, they're going to make this happen one way or another. Now, give Mr. Biden some credit. In the first 3 months of presidency in the Oval Office, he's been broadly successful in 2 of his key aims. He came into the election saying, hey, I'm going to get some stimulus bills passed and I'm going to speed up this vaccination process. However, he has already received correspondence from both houses of Congress calling on him to do more, to offer more support.
You serious?
In March, a legislative package known as Boost, B-O-O-S-T, to Communities Act, which was the first introduced a year prior to this, included an additional stimulus check worth $2,000 per person. But also, now get this, they also wanted to give monthly payments worth $1,000 for the duration of the pandemic. Now, who's going to determine when that's over? I mean, it looks like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but they're still trying to make it happen. The president has already been under pressure to explain his $2.2 trillion proposal on this infrastructure spending, and now he's going to have to explain on this direct payments on this bill, trying to add it together, and it's only going to make things tougher. Now, the greater acceptance and federal support is needed to survive through this pandemic. The Republicans and the Democrats, we can't have all this fighting going on. We've got a problem and we need to come up with an answer. We can't be fighting. The issue of government spending is often a controversial one, and one that tends to split people alongside partisan lines. But while no Republicans in Congress crossed the floor to vote for Biden's American Rescue Plan, the reception among Republican voters was much more understanding. They are starting to see how much of an impact a stimulus check can make. And yes, the first, second, third one were great, but we need a fourth. In February, a new poll found that 78% of Americans supported the third round of stimulus checks, with 64% of Republicans also doing the same. This new consensus in favor of stimulus check spending could see Biden push to do so again if the current provision is not sufficient. Now, let's get to your unemployment update. You might be eligible for some extra money if you received unemployment benefits and paid taxes on those benefits in 2020. The stimulus law passed in March added a $10,200 tax exemption that gives you a tax break on the unemployment benefits. The law also included more weeks added to the $300 bonus payments, along with a third stimulus check and an increase to the child tax credit. There's been some confusion around how the tax break might work, but the IRS says it will handle the exemption and automatically send out refunds on tax already paid in May. The IRS said it will automatically refund money to eligible people who had already filed their tax return before the unemployment law went through. In 2020, 23 million Americans filed for unemployment due to this pandemic. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, under the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance created under the CARES Act in March 2020, this included those who were laid off, as well as the gig workers, contractors, and self-employed people who don't normally qualify for unemployment. Here are 3 things that you need to know about this unemployment tax refund. Number 1, if the IRS determines that the taxpayer is owed a refund, it will send out a check automatically. You don't have to do anything. Number 2, the refund will start in May and extend into the summer. Number 3, you do not need to file an amend return to claim that exemption. Now, here are 5 things that we don't know about this tax unemployment tax break. When exactly the payment will come, in what form the unemployment refund will arrive, if you can track it with the IRS Get My Payment tool or some other portal, if you will receive a notice in the mail, as with stimulus checks that have been refunded tax money, or really how to get a hold of the IRS if there's a problem with it. But on the positive note, things are seeming to be on the rise. Yes, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. With all this uncertainty going on, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about all this. It's so much craziness going on and so many sides pushing here and there. What will happen? What will be the outcome? My hope is that the American people can get the help that they need until this craziness goes away. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Hitting that like button helps this channel with the YouTube algorithm. If you want to make some quick, easy money, then jump in on that $100 giveaway I'm doing when we hit 1,000 subscribers. You don't have to pay to qualify. All you have to do is subscribe and type the word in the comment below, 1,000, here we come. I know we can do it. Why? Because you guys are the best. Thanks again for being a part of the fam. Whether you're an aunt, uncle, brother, sister, or crazy cousin, you're all special to me. Until next time, I'm John Muro. Peace!